Okay, guys. So pop out YouTube. Yeah. See what I'm saying? It broke, and this like looks like initiative takeover a little bit. The biggest volume of this entire. No, it's here. You're kind of in this volume zone. Yeah, that's a bit alarming. But I think we can also bounce off here. Yeah. And I think we're in a good place on daily and on monthly. So yeah, if it gives me a nice spring, we'll need a test though. You know the drill. Um, like this volume. The AMT, which broke me even today from my investment trade. Yeah, this volume is all right. Yeah, everything is good. It's an aggressive trade, so we'll need a test here. But yeah, other than this, I like this trade, and I think it's gonna go in the long run. Let's remove it. Important is what is important is to make sure that I'm not trying to overcompensate for. Wait, okay. For me getting out of this trade, but I'm not. I'm okay. I didn't lose money here. I broke even for 0. So yeah, and I see the model, like the heart of the volume spread analysis is like strengths, weakness, and I see the strengths and I see the weakness. This volume is all right. That's the biggest volume. Yeah. Um, I wouldn't even need a test because my stop loss is virtual, but we should get a test. It can take some time though. Yeah, it can take some time. How much time do we have left? We have an hour. It's the last hour. Let me try to crunch in the numbers. Can be go. It can be go. So enter 196. The stop level. The stop loss. Yeah. Huh. Look what it does to us. 0.88 close is 0.87. So technically it broke. Technically it broke. Yeah. But practically in 0.5, I think it's gonna go. It's gonna take me too long though. Wait for the retest. Yeah. And here also I see strength, I see weakness. There's a little volume here, but I'm not much concerned about it. Need to wait for a test though. You do need a test. You do need a test. I was looking at the yuan here too. Yuan is weird. It has two names, right? For like international trade. Like I I would have entered here, right here. And what's on the day? We still have like hour in it. But I'm a little bit concerned about this volume, and it's not going anywhere. So yeah, I'll have to leave it. I think it's an accident, but also we had the same accident here. Well, that was distinctively more bigger volume than this. Yeah, I think it's a good buy. Do I just want to take this trade, or is it really a good trade? Yeah, I think it's not bad for a trade. That might be just an accident. No, no, it's a big volume. It's a big volume. Yeah. Yeah, no, guys. Gotta wait for your test. Gotta wait for your test. Um, gotta wait for your test. This volume is also not good. It's okay. It corrects sometimes like that, but that's a big volume. That is a big volume. Yeah, no, gotta wait. Ooh, look at this guy. Yeah, I think I can go now. I think I can go now. After it broke it like this, you're now below this volume. Hey, Jake. CGC, let me take a look at it. Do you have a setup? Are you in the trade, or you just want a second opinion? CGC. Oops, sorry. Gibberish. Canopy growth comparison. Is it paying dividends? No, it's not paying dividends. So I wouldn't. Oh, and it wasn't a split. I still don't know how to work with splits 1 to 10. Oh, they're actually. I can tell you right away. It's an interesting level for sure. You're in the trade. If you tell me your entries, stop loss, take profit, and time of entry, or any of those, any aforementioned, I'll help you to uh, understand. Like, I'll give you a more precise opinion on your trade. But as of the market itself, was there any bigger volume? So yeah, it's still in a short impulse on monthly. Reminds me of a meme stock. Yeah, I would stay away from weed. I mean, I don't want to like judge by industry, but yeah, like those are like political markets. But yeah, technically it wasn't this downfall. However, I do love this volume. Look, man, like after this volume came in, so like normally the heart of the volume spread analysis is like strengths and weakness, so like strengths and correction. However, after this volume came in, and then this doesn't look like a mm, weakness no more. So this volume is nothing like weakness. This volume is like two or three, like fourfold of the regular monthly volume. So there was some kind of consolidation here. And based on what I see, that was an accumulation campaign. And that's classic. If like retailers were doing something here and then like it just like completely murdered. And someone was picking this stock like there is no tomorrow at this level. Normally that's not how smart money build their position. That would be my other concern. They would just like spread it, so it kind of like sideways here in this boring sideways environment, and they kind of like buy out all the supply that's been provided by retailers. But regardless, considering the like low volatility of this stock, what's like Oh, bro, yeah, it's under 1 billion market cap. Oh, and it's an old stock actually. It's 2009. Yeah, so it has like a terribly small market capitalization. It doesn't pay dividends, so that's why I wouldn't like trade it at all. I'm a little bit concerned about that. Like 80%, 90, 20% of the stock, like one fifth of the stock is held closely. I still don't know what does it mean privately. Is it out of the exchange or is it just like inside trading? I don't know, but I want to see like free float, like above 90% for sure. But yeah, so monthly is like technically in a short impulse, but once again, like something happened here. Someone was like buying like there is no tomorrow. Just hold on, I need to keep an eye on. Yeah. Uh, let's see, but I think like yeah, it's not giving me an entry point here. I gotta let it go. So on daily, that was a transitory extremum, and then it didn't respect it, went like lower, like it wants to die. like it wants to die. It was completely like train wrecked, this stock. But then all of a sudden, so that was like our transitory extremum with like low volume, nothing special. Okay, I mean, well, I'm here streaming all the time. Oh yeah, absolutely, Jake. Yeah. So then it breaks like above violently and just goes. And this volumes come in. This volume comes in. Um yeah, this is our yeah. Like I normally stay away from like motions like this just because of how violent they are and like volume spread. And the technical analysis that I do is more about like group dynamics, and it broke above now of the market participants. And like when volatility changes from like zero to hero, like on this stock with whole market cap of under 1 billion, I don't really have a ways of interpreting it well, because it definitely doesn't reflect the usual group dynamics of this market, of this stock. So yeah, it went here, did a little volume here, and then yeah, like so after this volume came in, the all previous history of this stock trade becomes pretty much irrelevant, because there is like a life-changing event that just happened. And the way it happens makes me think that if like smart money were accumulating their position, building a campaign, they would probably were accumulating the stock in kind of this like boring environment. I can show you exactly. I have, where is this W? I have an example of the trade that I took recently, and I kind of closed it to break even because it didn't do what I expected it to do. So I was like, okay, I don't want to like, yeah, WDC. So like it's very similar situation. There was like no volume, and I think market cap, well, at least it's like 37 billions, and at least it's like it doesn't show, huh? And it pays dividend, but anyhow, still 37 billion is not big market cap. So like something was happening here like forever. This like boring environment, whatever, stock was like struggling at this point five, like Fibonacci retracement. And then there was a panic event, and then it retrieved, and then something started happening here. You see this volume? So ever since here, you can just disregard all the previous history, because I'll take a look, yeah, because of this volume. Same deal. I just want to wrap up on this guy. Um, what's your trade setup? If you share your trade setup, I'll help you to understand better. So like I love this motion. It just this is a great support level on daily. Is it a investment swing or day trade? So like, do we need to sync in on to hourly? So it's kind of like officially short on monthly, but I would disregard after this volume came in. This volume, so it's like it's something else now. It's a new like, you can like cut off the chart, everything on the left of this volume. So you just like solely working of this one bar. I'm exaggerating, but yeah, it's also like what it is. It's absolutely a similar story. Day trade. Okay, day trade. Let's see the hour then, because it will be making sense for you. On hourly, it's there was a last stop was, and that was the T1. It's in a long impulse. It's in a long impulse. On hourly, doing good. Um, Looking good. Is this volume? Yeah, the volume distribution is definitely like bullish. It's definitely long. Um, I'm not a fan of this volume. It's all right. So it's all right on hourly. Maybe hours and minutes, please. Pum, 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 pum. So those are another support levels that we have. So if your stop loss is anywhere below this support levels, that was a test level. That's really sign of strength. So I'll be really looking at this. But at this one, like, you can also like keep this in mind. But those are the main ones. The test level of the significant bar. Here's our volume distribution, and volume distribution here is good. It looks long to me. With this volume, no, wouldn't really say. I'm a little bit, it's like slightly bit, like in a hair concerned about this. I don't know. Hair is not applicable, but you know what I mean. I'm just slightly bit concerned about this splash of volume, but it's all right. Once again, if you give me your entries, stop loss, and take profit, um, I can I'll be able to tell you better. And there's room to go because there's a thing called pivot point, and like so like it's I don't use it for my trades for in within my system volume spread analysis, but there is a belief on the market, a reasonable belief, a knowledge that like a impulse tends to go like an equal distance. So like once point 0.5 hits the pivot point, the rotary point, the previous resistance, then the potential of this motion is, exhausted, and it has room to go. It has a lot of room to go. Um, this doesn't look great though. If it closes bearish in 15 minutes, then we are talking about correction. And if we are talking about correction, so assuming this bar closes, so yeah, let me take it back. On hourly, it doesn't look that bullish, because if this bar closes bearish short in 15 minutes, then we have this cap of the then it means that the long impulse is over, its potential is over, and we're talking about some correction. And we're talking about that some correction. I'll be looking at this level of the test of the significant bar, the biggest volume of this long impulse. And hold on, never mind. I was hallucinating. So it did upthrust this level, and then it broke above. Yeah, not the first bar. So yeah, forget about this level. This level, it was, yeah. This is how like wave dies. So now we're looking at this guy. Yes, because it did do an upthrust here, unvolumed, but still. So now this is the biggest volume of this. Yeah, yeah. It's already in correction. So that would be volume to watch. The support level to watch. Yeah, it's in correction right now. Once again, like, we don't have this resistance level yet. We need another 14 minutes to officially put it there, but it looks like it's what it's drawing right now. The volume distribution on hourly chart is still long. I like this volume, so you have all this volume to kind of support the long impulse. It looks extremely bullish on daily. Officially, there is still a resistance level, but it's like 43 minutes left, so it's gonna be broken. Just give me a sec. Ooh, it went. You see, like what it does all the time. Pyong. But I wouldn't be able to enter this. Now, if it corrects, we'll see. Maybe still like a play, but yeah, no, this is gone. Um, so I'm a bit concerned about hourly. Yeah, and in minutes. Um, in minutes, Jake. Uh, what? One sec. I'm going to swing the suggestions just like it for. No, no, don't do anything. Whatever I say is not a financial advice, and never. I'll swing it until until turn back. Never base your decisions on what you hear. So, like, learn and grow in the like-minded communities, such as like TradingView, but always place your trades and keep up with your strategy up to your own discretion only. Never let others people opinion influence your trade. We grow together and we trade on our own. And I can show you, like, as an example of how not to do it, the Comcast, the deal, the trade I um, um, killed. Like, I broke even without making, instead of making my 2 hours, just because I got a second opinion from a person who's more experienced than I am in trading. And I was like, yeah, he really made me like look at it different way. And he was right in his vision of the market. So I agree with his vision of the market. It made me like take my position to break even just to see in few days that I could have made my 2 hour. I'm just going to learn a bit. I try naked trade. Watch the like never trade. I trade with virtual stop losses, but never do it unless first of all, never do it short. Never do it anywhere else than United States American state market, and do it only if you're experienced. So I don't know your setup, but it did reverse here. It was going long, 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 and then it made this volume T1 resistance level, and then it upthrusted it with volume, tested, and broke below. Um, this level is looking like that's it for correction, but that's really the support level on hourly for this correction. So I don't know your position again. Um, Depths of the market. Oh, so you're looking at ask and bid columns? I don't do that. That can be powerful if you can really read it. I read everything. It's all encrypted here. I work from the past history of the all depths of market, all the auction that happened in the past is reflected in the chart that shows me price, volume, and time. And yeah, based off those three parameters, I make my decisions. So yeah, it's kind of like correcting. So it broke below. So are you long in this or short on day? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask because there's definitely, it's not good like to for a long trade for me ever since it changed its directionality from long to short. It's officially in correction right now. That might be it for correction because of after this um, bar closes long. So it may bounce, it may spring it long. Okay, once again, like without knowing your setup, I'm kind of blindfolded here, like instrumental. If you're into piloting, I'm like instrumental right now. But there is two scenarios you can do on minutes. So on hour again, like if it closes short in 10 minutes, which it looks like it will, we'll put a resistance level. Let's just put it for here for now. Um, and then officially we're in correction, and those are the levels to watch. This is like the only support in UA, and that would be the next support in UA. And I don't know how wide are you. But yeah, if it comes here, makes an up thrust here. So this is the test level of this break under ice bar. It's alarming for me to be long on this guy because it's already changed directionality, the first sign of changing directionality. So if it upthrusts this level or this level and goes lower, give me your guidance. I will. RDDT and KOC. We'll take a look at it in a second. If it upthrusts here and goes down, so that's your support, that's your resistance now. If it upthrusts here and goes lower, breaks below, that would be your next support on hour. So if it doesn't spring here and rebounces, then it can go as low as here. The potentiality will be here. So yeah, those are your levels to watch: 922 and 881. But yeah, this is encouraging. And like all, I so terribly mispronounce it all. Cour- Courage, this is encouraging for a long trade, because this kind of like a first sign of, because it's the biggest volume of this entire correction, and the biggest volume a lot of times also signifies the exhaustion, especially when it has mm, this buyer's tail. So like it went down, 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 and then buyers came in and they're like, no, we're like buying out all this supply, and now it's kind of like trying to decide. So technically, it's in point 0.5 correction of this kind of like long impulse ish, like micro impulse. So yeah, you got to watch. Like it either breaks above and goes up, and you're good. And let's remove that because it's still officially not there. Or if it up thrusts here and breaks below, this is not good. Um, so you said it's fine. Okay, okay. Let's take a look at RDDT. RDDT. Reddit. Oh, okay. Oops, what is this? Did you just hold on? They just went IPO. Is it what's going on with them? It's yeah. It's like absolutely not enough history for me. I would stay at bro like 36%, like only 63% in the free float. That stay away. 9 billions though, I mean, yeah, no. And like, I mean, come on, Reddit is, have you seen Dumb Money? I love this movie. They've just started, so there's no, oh, and look, oh yeah, they don't have liquidity. No, I'd just stay away from this stack. But mm, super technically, okay, let's try to chart it. Yeah, meme stack, it's funny, like yes, meaning you watched the movie. I love the movie. It's so good. I mean, it's not truthful. They kind of glorify the call like retailers. Um, I don't like that this movie is like misleading for general public, because they make it look like as if it was retailers who really killed this like sharky hedge funds, but it's not. It's really the other sharky hedge funds that they just use the momentum of retailers. And like if you calculate the losses of this hedge fund, that was the main loser from the GameStop shebang, and like how much the retailers gained cumulatively, you'll see that they only got like maybe like 20% of the um they were only able to accommodate 20% of the hedge funds losses as their profits, so meaning the other 80% uh was accommodated by other hedge funds, other smart money. So it was really like smart money against smart money. Just one smart money were loose and didn't reason in the momentum that um, the retailers can create, and the other smart money didn't. They saw the momentum and they used it for their favor to feed on the one shark, fed on the other, using a smaller fish to kill the shark, if it makes sense. Yeah, but the movie is great. It's very inspirational, and I like. And I don't remember his name, but I like both actors actually. The strong supporting there, his brother. Oh, I love the guy. I love the guy. So everyone is good there, and yeah, I loved everything about this movie. Um, on hourly, like so, this was the biggest volume, which aka exhaustion volume. If it doesn't hold, and it didn't hold, you see there was like this like huge volume. So the stock is like, we are going to the moon. All the retailers, they're like, yeah, Reddit is finally public. I can get a piece of cake. I can get a piece of company that I'm dedicating my life to by generating content for them for free and all of that. And everyone is so excited it goes up. And I'm not being sarcastic. I love retailers, and I love um, um, the strength in numbers thing. But like after it does this, it gaps up, it's gap and go. No, it's gap with retest actually, but it closed test, like it tested and it went significantly lower is this volume. So that's called the initiative takeover. So It broke above, like with the good volume, close well above the resistance level. There is a seller's tail, which is like kind of the first sign of the problem, but it's okay because there is a battle here in between buyers and sellers. So sellers were sitting here trying to, it's not really level, it just started. So it's like I'm just being very technical, playing by the book. But then when this like hour comes in with all this volume, and it doesn't go, like spread like doesn't grow, it narrows. There is like ultimately very little to no spread and all this like seller's tail, and it's like no, that's the potential of the impulse correction or reversal, and then it does that. So that becomes our level of support, and boom, it falls into point 0.5. But point 0.5 doesn't really count after if it's below the most significant volume of the impulse. It's technically here in point 0.5, but I wouldn't even touch it because it's below the support. Because this support is now a resistance, you know that, right? They call it like rotary point. We don't use it in our system, but like in some other cultures, trading cultures, they use this. So like previous supports becomes your resistance, meaning that price will go here and more likely than not it will bounce like a ping pong and go lower. So this volume is now above us. Are you in this trade, or are you just considering? And if you're in the trade, once again, if you're long or short, what your stop loss, take profit, because I can really mm, evaluate and give my second opinion on the. There is, I mean, there is no even like with this volume. This is once again your support becomes your resistance. That's the volume level right now, and this volume is untested, the biggest volume of this entire shebang. Mm, and all the biggest volume here except for maybe no, all the big volume, we have this volume here that tries to resist, but all the biggest volume is above us, so the whole thing is weighs on us right now. And yeah, just train wreck down, down, down. Getting info now. Okay, okay. So I would like for 5 minutes there is like there is no point to chart it on 5 minutes, and never go lower than 5 minutes because it's just the noise. So on 5 minutes, it's technically like broke above here. Yeah, it's weak. It's like extremely weak, and that's what's called initiative takeover. Like buyers they're like, yeah, we're going to the moon. And then boom, sellers come in and they're like, no, you're not. And like, biggest volume of the long impulse, and there's the biggest volume of this correction, which cannot really be called correction no more because it closed well below all this volume. So yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm really glad for Reddit. I didn't explore the power of Reddit. I don't know. I'm just streaming on TradingView and restreaming on YouTube. And like, I don't know. I've known Facebook, Instagram, you name it, but Reddit I never enjoyed. It's a good crowd, I know. Just I don't have this time for like I don't play news or fundamental analysis. So but I'm in support. I like retailers. I like strengths and numbers thing. But yeah, it can. I'm not saying it cannot go up. I'm just saying now it looks extremely weak, and this point 0.5 should not be reasoned. And you see, like normally I extend it like this, but I don't even extend it because like what's you you could potentially like look at for a quick trade like above below this volume level, nothing close to this volume level. So technically, like if you see something here like super exciting at this point 0.5, how come they coincide? Okay, I'm just doubling because uh, hourly coincides with minutes. So yeah, like technically in this point 0.5, you could have like looked for a little like something here, but broke below. Yeah, yeah, no, nothing. Um, I don't need to know your quantities. Is it? Are you like? Is it the trade on Reddit? So yeah, quantities. I don't need to know. I just need to know your entry point, um, stop loss, and take profit, and whether you're in position or not, and if you're in position, where did you enter, at what time? So that will help me to recreate. Are you or okay? But did you set up the no? Like you couldn't set up. If you set up the trade, you already were stopped out. So you're planning on this, right? So you're saying that yes, meaning you're waiting for this trade, right? It's a setup. It's not a trade yet. Uh, Please specify. Specify. I don't like this volume into your face. um you see this like biggest volume of this short motion, and it's like the volume distribution right now here is short because you want to see like for reversal you want to see the biggest volume down there, and then oh okay, that's exhausted its potential to move, and now it's like reversing or correcting whatever. um are you wondering if you'll swing it for another morning breakout? You mean gap, for the morning gap? Once again, like I'm seeing this volume, and this is kind of like how VWEP is done, the volume profile. You see, like from all this candle, I can only see that the whole volume is here. It's kind of like, yeah, there's more volume here. Oh no, that's yeah. It's kind of volume zone, so like I don't want to expand it like to the whole hour. So I'll leave it here based on 5 minutes. But yeah, no, I don't like this trade because of this volume. And like let's see, I don't like I know like I use my knowledge of gaps, like gaps in go and gaps with test, like when I trade, but it's not within my system. And once again, you see like all the volume is, bro, all the volume is here. So what I'm, there is a big chance, so I see more likely than not, when price will come into this volume zone, it will ping pong. It can still go and hit your take profit, and it'll hit your take profit, and then like up thrust and goes down. But that's like a big alert zone for me. This is like hazardous. It can bounce from here. On 5 minutes, if like you're talking about taking this trade, that's where it reversed. Spring went higher, like was a balance here, and now it broke above this balance. Yeah, to make things worse, it was not slid. Let's just chart 5 minutes for fun. Uh, uh, hold on, let me double check. Yeah, oof. Yeah, this guy went without us. Okay, bye bye. I mean, there's so many trades that I couldn't take just because there was no way from well, after this volume came in. But entering here, and it did retest a little bit. Yeah, this stock is gone. Oh, and this guy. Oh, you see, like I don't like I no, bro, I don't like this at all, Canopy. I don't know if you're in a trade or not, but you see, like that's now how the levels are. That's normally how levels are manipulated and respected because it comes from down below. Normally, it would come accumulate here, consolidate, and then boom, break above. But if the reaction bar, if this bar closes like this with this volume, and then the reaction bar closes below the resistance level, bro, that's an up thrust, and now contextual direction is down. And see, this volume is already comparable to this. So yeah. This is gloomy. But yeah, our sweetheart Reddit. Are they going like it's too early, but are they going to pay dividends? I only work with stocks with that do pay dividends because I use virtual stop losses, and if I get stuck in a stock, my pronunciation is not well enough to distinguish in between the two. But if I get stuck in a stock, I'll just sit collect dividends till it breaks me out for even breaks me even, lets me out back into the money. So was it a 1 2 1? Not quite, but here it broke above, it broke above 0.75 and close 0.83. Yeah, so yeah, well, this is better for 5 minutes because it's official in the long trend now. So it changed directionality starting from here, and now it's kind of in this situation right now, the full level of test. So this is volume that supports, and this volume, yeah, this volume is not that great. Yeah, and it didn't help. It tried to respect this support level at 0.5, and then it broke below. Yeah, so and this was a point 0.5. You see the magic. You see the magic. Um, yeah, officially it's still in this long trend. If it comes here, so like your entry is kind of on 5 minutes. It's a 5 minute entry. It's not an hour entry. Um, yeah, there's nothing on hourly that I can. I don't like it. On hourly doesn't give. So I wouldn't even look for a day trade here. I wouldn't look for a swing. I wouldn't look. I wouldn't look for nothing here as of now. Wait. Okay. Uh, it's not okay. Uh, I'm so you see, I'm like Pavlov's dog. I'm so trained to chart like months first and day and like why and so forth that I took it for monthly just because I'm not used to the stocks that don't have any story um on monthly. Yeah, it's kind of also your daily level. So I would like watch for this level instead. So considering it's still like a long impulse, which is also like it's just a hypothesis because there is no story before that. I would only consider something when it will come here for a swing trade from hourly. Same for daily. I would watch for daily trade here. But yeah, for now, your entry is kind of in the middle of nowhere. Your stop loss in the middle. Like the whole idea of stop loss is that it protects your position, and you hide it like below the smart money's interest. So yeah, if you said me that, hey Misha, um, I'm waiting for this stock to come here to make a spring, and then I'll take my 2 Rs. Uh, hold on. I'll take my 2 Rs from the table and walk away, even though like hour doesn't give us any levels to talk about. But at least you always play like you combine like superior and inferior time frame. You get context from superior time frame, um and you take your entry points from inferior. You see, like my problem with this is it didn't hold like point 0.5 and the sign of strength bar level. So now it's kind of like a weak impulse. It's a very deep correction. However, there is no bigger volume here. So if it comes here, let me show you. If it comes down here, like with all this weakness, boom, 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 makes a little cute spring, like 1 bar or 2 bar spring, and then you tell me, hey, Misha, I don't care how it looks on hourly, I don't care how it looks on daily, but I'll put my stop loss behind, like below, and with the volume, of course, and it gives you like a nice, like a small volume. Oh no, a small volume here, and then like boom, 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 volume goes like this, and then on the spring, and pew, we have a nice juicy volume here. And you telling me, Mish, like I'm not, I don't care about hourly, daily, monthly. It's a new stock, it's like I'll just take my 2R, like the magic 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Yeah, and walk away. I'll say, yeah, like I'm not with you on this, Jake, because like I need something decent on hourly and it's in the middle. But you see, this like volume doesn't concern us no more. It's like a small noise trade, which you're expecting to take because of how like wave moves. I would say yes. But with your setup now, I'm sorry, I don't have smarter ideas rather than just undo it. Was it? No, it wasn't here. You wanted to take it. Where is it? Come on. Here you go. Gosh, I'm sorry. Like, I'm getting dizzy of all this motion. So, yeah, that's your setup. What you're telling me now is that, hey, Misha, I want to take it from like the middle of nowhere. There's no market participants' interests. I have no protection for my stop loss, and I'm gonna run it right into this road bump, right into this like volume where I would expect it to ping pong, bounce, and go down. So that's why I cannot. Hourly, what about hourly? Yeah, hourly. Yeah, no, this volume level comes from minutes. It's visible both on minutes and hourly, but this is the volume, and it's right. Is it in the middle? Like, I'll show you some magic. I'll show you some magic. You see how it's like very close to the point 0.5 of the entire trend? So like I don't draw it like this, but that's how wave moves. It's 0.5, it's a volume level, so it will come here. More likely than not, it will make an upthrust somewhere, like will form a T1 level, upthrust, and then boom, bounce and go down. Just bounce like a ping pong of this volume level. Because that's what just price does. That's how wave moves. Um, you were looking. No. I was just undoing everything that I did before, instead of deleting it, and it just took me like too many control. What is it? Control Z's, Command Z's on Mac. But yeah, I would rather like if you told me that you want to play it from here once it springs the support level. So respect the support level, and your take profit is definitely below this volume level, and your entry is somewhere reasonable here, and your stop loss is hidden below the spring, because like if it comes here and sellers like we're going down and then buyers come in, the buyer interest is focused here on the support level, and buyers like no, we're going up, we're going to protect our position that we are accumulated here, and they're like boom, they'll buy out all this supply coming from here, and then that there is like there was fight here, so it means that the buyers were hiding here, and they won over sellers with the spring, and you put your stop loss below that. It means if it comes there again, and if the buyers will fail to protect it, then yeah, then you need to exit, abandon, like pull the emergency brake. But like that's the whole idea of stop loss. You need to hide it behind the smart money's position so that you're protected by them. So yeah, that's what I have for you on Reddit. But yeah, cool stock. You had another one, KOT, right? KOS? How do you work with the depths of the market though? So you just look into the depths of the market for the stock, and what does it tell you? You just look at the bid and ask column. How do you do that? Fill me in because I'm just curious. KOS, I don't like the stock because it's kind of like more bearish than bullish in the long term. Here though, it's definitely, yeah, I just like barely recovered to the, let's see. And it's also like what a lot of people do in the beginning. They just, because we are predators in our nature, we are more drawn, we are more attracted to these things that move fast and violently. It's like almost a cat, will be drawn uh to the mouse that runs the most, I mean. But it's not like always the best. Is a silly stock. I think volume will be coming. Yeah, it will definitely get the retailers' attention. So like retailers will come, and if retailers will come, the smart money will come, because that's what like smart money prey upon on the stock market, right? We do know, like we all are in agreement that's like money are not generated on the stock market. They're just been redistributed. The wealth has been redistributed, right? So there's nothing that's been produced. There is no additional value that has been generated on the stock market. It just like people's wealth and money has been redistributed from um, uninformed to informed, from impatient to patient, and from retail money. Like, I don't like the term dumb money because it's kind of derogatory in a sense, but from dumb money to smart money. That's just how market operates. If there was no one to, well, you'll become FOMO, smart money, like algo trade. No, algo trade is just like a technique, like technical analysis is like, I don't know, fundamental analysis. Smart money, I mean, just professional traders, good, well-informed hedge funds, some institutional investors, people who professionally make money of the financial markets. And in order for them to make $1, someone has to lose $1. So there is absolutely nothing generated on the financial markets. It's just been redistributed. And it's important to understand. And my point was, if the retail money will come to Reddit, oops, I'm sorry. It means that at some point, smart money will join it too. They'll be interested. But yeah, like I don't like this Cosmos. Oh, I like that they use, like, I like everything that concerns Cosmos. Um, but yeah, 97% in the free float. I like it. Yeah, Equatorial China, sure, the premises in the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, so it's kind of been train wrecked, and like this is not informative. After this volume comes in, you see, so it's not a correction. Of course, technically it was a short impulse, like here with point 0.5 here, which was kind of respected in the beginning, right? So let's see, like, and the way I'm looking into history a little bit, because that kind of like helps you to synchronize and like kind of set on the vibe of the stock and its like movements, because it's not the stock that is different, it's just like the pool of market participants who are participating in these trades has its own group dynamics, which also like complies with the general laws of the market that we use: the law of demand and supply, the law of cause and effect, and the law of effort and result. But every stock will be like a little bit different. So did you see, like, it give this volume and then it up thrusted and it went down, so it tried to like go lower and then it bounced, and like this volume here definitely indicates that this is not a correction of this. So like it's not a strength and weakness, no. This is more strong than this weakness. So I'll still keep it to respect it, but like I'll draw thin lines on the top of that just to see how this long episode was developing. Oops. um So is this volume bigger than the volume of the like main impulse? You can just see this wave as the standalone episode, uh, which came up here, up thrusted, then springed, and then went into this balance. It's in the balance on the months. Are you thinking long or short on this stock? What are you thinking? You remember this English school ad, like German Guard? Uh, where the British ship reports they're sinking 5 miles of the coast. They're like, Mayday, Mayday, we're sinking 5 miles of the like blah 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 coast. And there's like, hello, German Guard here. What are you thinking about? Oh, it would crack me all the time. I don't know if I delivered the joke good, but like every time I hear it, it cracks me. Short, you're thinking short. So are you thinking are you thinking investment trade or swing or day trade? Like what's your setup? Because on monthly it's in this long balance, so it definitely was developing this momentum with all this volume, and that was also, see, it was a spring of this um, sign of strength. Sure, down periscope. What is down periscope? I don't know. I don't get this cultural reference. Uh, is it a movie? Down periscope, a comedy. Oh, is it the joke from there? Oh, Kelsey Grammer. Okay, Rob Schneider. I should watch it. Is this like joke from this movie? Because like they definitely use it for the ad for the English second language school some like 10, 15 years ago, I think. The movie. Yeah. Thank you for the reference. I start catching I maybe I watched it as a kid. I should like rewatch it. But I saw that in the ad of the English second language school, where the German guard. What are you thinking about? Mayday, Mayday, we're sinking 5 miles off the coast. Yeah, I'll watch it, bro. Yeah, like I'm an actor. I do acting here in LA, so like movie is my jam. I'll watch it. Thank you for the reference. Down. Down Periscope, the down Periscope. I'll watch it. Is it like uh is it like so good is bad genre, like the Naked Truth and stuff like that? You know, I'm talking, or like what was it, the Naked Gun? What's the original title? The Naked Gun movies? Was it that type of like comedy, like so good it's bad, so bad it's good? Those are like my. They used to be my. They're a little bit sophomoric, but I love them. But anywho, man. So it's kind of like long in the balance. Balance is good. It's close to like this historical high. Um, the contextual direction of this model here now is short up to this level. So Naked Gun, yeah, bro. Like, I mean, I don't really want to watch it again because I think it's gonna be like disappointing because yes, yes, because like it's so sophomoric. It was perfect for a certain age, but like it's like I tried to show my ex partner, like my girlfriend, a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which I was obsessed with when I was a teenager, late teens, in my like late 20s, and um, I've lost the flavor. Or like Sacha Baron Cohen, I dig Sacha Baron Cohen, but like if I rewatch like Borat or Bruno or anything, I think I have a different perspective nowadays. But anyhow, I'm such a chattering box, and I can talk about movies forever. But yeah, its contextual direction is short on monthly, which is good. I don't like that incoming directionality is long, but at least contextual direction on monthly right now is up to here, is up to 4.83. Do you have a setup? What's your entry, stop, loss, take profit? Um, it was like it broke above, it confirmed. Yes, it confirmed here and then it dropped. It did interesting. Oh wow. Well, on daily it's kind of like long-ish right now because it was going down, 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 down. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't like this volume at all. So this look, because even though the contextual direction on monthly is short, the incoming directionality, however, on this balance on monthly is long. Regardless, the potential of the contextual direction is up to the range level. Hold on, yeah. But when this biggest volume is the biggest volume of this entire short impulse. Oh, wait. It was like this. How did it really move? Went down, down, down. Gosh, that's violent. What it did here, it formed this. It's not a balance though. It went lower, 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 lower. Then it broke above. It did break above. Yeah, it did break above. It did break above. So yeah. Okay. So yes, now it reversed, and you don't want to like trend to reverse on inferior time frame. So like contextual direction is short, but some why on the daily on inferior time frame, it changes directionality to long. Um, and with this level coming in, yeah. Wait. Um, you can unite this episode and see it's like it's a big expanding balance. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, man. Yeah, no, it looks long. It looks long on daily, mainly because of this volume. You see, like it was going hard, and it dropped violently, and it was gap and go actually. So it was like bullish, 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 and then like it gapped. No earnings, no dividends, just gap. It doesn't pay dividend, does it? Yeah, it does not. So I wouldn't trade it. I only play stocks, trade stocks with dividends. So all this like this gap, it opens like this. Like, look, this was like the most dramatic event of this stock in a long, long time. So, and like, I really invite everyone always to like build some emotional intelligence around gaps because and around market, because it's not only mental intelligence that you need to be successful in the market. You need to build some emotional and spiritual intelligence, even if it like sounds like too far out. But you need all three to really be successful in the market. So here's what happens. This market, like on 5th of March, so there is like bulls here that try to buy, and then like they are in position, they have their stop losses, they're protecting their positions, they're like waiting for this stock to go to the moon, and then it opens like this with this gap. So how do all these traders feel, and what happens with their stop losses? Like the last stop loss, the widest stop loss was like around here, I promise you that. And then like stock opens like this. They are all, well, there is what a little like bearish motion here, but yeah, like all these bulls, they're like train wrecked here on March 5th at opening. Their stop losses are activating, there's like margin calls, there is like liquidations, someone blew up their um entire retirement account, entire retirement savings, their entire trading accounts. There was a 34 million of this share moved, multiplied by 5. So 34 by 5 is what, like $150 million worth of shares was like moved here. So that constitutes a lot of trading accounts and a lot of retirement plans for people. Like people just blew their money. It was a bloodbath. But who? And it was, so like while stop losses were activating, they were forcing people to close the positions, meaning to sell more and more and more and more. Let's go to 1 hour here, and then meaning that like people were forced to sell, which added additional selling pressure on the market. That's why it's called gap and go. But it's called gap and go that didn't go. Instead of um, price going lower, it went up high, meaning that someone bought out. There is a little bit of bearish motion here, so it's not so distinctive, but still like bullish is bigger. So whoever was forced and was selling at panic here, all this supply met the demand. Someone bought out this entire volume. And I bet my ass it wasn't the retail money who did it. I think it was the smart money, which makes the whole thing look extremely bullish, even though it's kind of struggling in this balance and incoming directionality. So you can like unite this episode and see them like as like a balance that violently, like it went here, but then like once it dropped here, you can see the whole thing like as an expanding balance, and formally the incoming directionality would be, so if I unite this, combine these episodes and make it like one big expanding balance, the incoming directionality would be short. But regardless, after this volume, the biggest volume of this whole correction, the biggest volume ever since here actually, yeah, the whole thing looks extremely bullish to me on daily. And let's take a look at the hourly. Once again, if you give me your setup, I promise I'm not going to steal it from you. It's bullish. It will just help me better to analyze and see your situation. I do lurk on the stock, so if you show me good stock with like paying dividends and everything, I'll put it to my watch list, and I'd be looking for nice entry points within my system of trading. But that's how we get better together, and I believe we both mutually benefit from that. So I'll be taking a look at it while I'm streaming. I'll be analyzing it. I'll be giving my opinion on that, and by comparing our views, we can all grow. That's what smart money do within like one hedge fund, within one structure. They just like have different people with different views that combine, compare, and analyze their opinions, and they use the strengths and numbers method to dominate the market. And with development of technologies, FANG, isn't FANG stands for Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google? Good stock is FANG. Viper. Viper we'll take a look at, but FANG, I think it's abbreviation for the five major. No, there's Google and Amazon, FANGA. Or like what's the abbreviation? Like the four main stocks that drive the market, and all of them are tech. On hourly, it's more. Are you in this trade? Where are you on this trade? Are you in the trade? Because on hourly, it looks it was going because it was grinding higher, and then it reversed. So good news for you, like for like all the bears on this stock, is that it kind of like reversed here. No, it's an energy company. Interesting. Um, oh, and the market closed. So yeah, I don't think it's a legit reversal. However, I would stop looking at this like bullish and start, at least like avoid trading both ways, because it did change the directionality. It was like long, long, long. It was a long impulse, and then boom, like right here, it reversed. At least for corrections. So you can expect. It's not within my system to put zero point 0.5 like this, but again, and you see the magic. Zero point 0.5 Fibonacci was a smart guy. And I use zero point 0.5 meaning it's not a level, it's a cloud of interest, it's a zone. So yeah, just went here, bounced, and I don't know. This is like a resistance level to watch, and this is a support level to watch. Officially, it's short, but can resume. If it breaks above this resistance, manipulates, closes above, and reaction bar closes above, it's good to go higher, based on what I see here. Once again, I don't know. Like, is it from Warren Buffett's Warren Buffett's Mafia? I like it. Warren Buffett's Mafia. So yeah, I don't know if it makes sense to like 5 minute it. Ooh, oh, oh, it's not good for day trade. You see this? Like I call it gaze. So there is not enough of liquidity on this stock. Means like not enough of market participants are excited about this guy, and kind of try to break higher. I'll chart it for you in 5 minutes, because once again, you kind of like, I feel like I'm a KGB interrogator, and you're like a CIA spy, and I'm trying to get like the secrets from you in regards of your entries and your stop losses. But I promise to you, it's uh, for the betterment of all of us. Yeah, just keep it like this, and it respected this level. So yeah, I mean, like I'm just fooling around right now, because, and never mind the last. Oh, okay. Cause let's see. Never mind the last hour and last minutes of the day, because their volume is like more technical. I'm still to educate myself what exactly happens, like why price doesn't move on these volumes. Because I mean, there's like proprietary traders that have to close their positions, not allowed to keep them overnight. There is like institutional investors that also like do some technical things with their stocks, like volume. Last volume of the hour and last minutes of the day is always not indicative. It's something, I don't know. I'm still to educate myself on that. Oh, that's a wide one. Oh, you're shorting. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the more we share, the more we. And once again, you shouldn't allow other people, including myself, to distort and disturb your vision of the market. You just share and compare, and you let, yeah, listen to people, hear them out, but don't listen to them. If you know what I mean, if it makes sense, it's kind of translation of a Russian proverb. Like, hear people, but don't listen to them. Make your own decisions. Yeah, no, in 5 minutes there is absolutely nothing for me to short. I don't see nothing to short of. Let's see if it makes sense on hour. Mm, yeah, there is no level. If you said like, "Hey, Misha, when it comes here, or if it comes here rather, I'll wait for this like up thrust, like manipulation with volume, bigger volume than before, and then reaction bar closes below, and I'll put my stop here, and I'll make a quick like 2 hour in it, and I'll walk away. I would say, yeah, there's no context for this trade on daily. It's in the middle of nowhere. But at least it's a strategy. I understand what you're doing. You're seeing this resistance level, and you know that market participants' interests are focused there. Um, so yeah, that will be legit. 5 minutes again. Um, so it's in the middle of nowhere for me on hourly, and then 5 minutes to 5 minutes is more like bullish than bearish. Yeah, it's called neutral zone. The zone in between like resistance and support is a neutral zone, and we know that in neutral zone there is like sellers sitting up here and there is buyers sitting down here, and they're waiting for price to come to this level so that they can fight in between each other. So like they wait for the buyers to bring the price here, and then sellers like we're protecting our stop positions, like we want the price to move lower, and they'll use this buyers liquidity to accumulate their short positions, and if they win it will go down. If they lose, then the price will continue higher. Same here. If a price goes here, there's buyers sitting, they're protecting their positions, their stop losses, and like no, like we want the stock, we believe the stock should go higher. And then they have this battle in between sellers and buyers, and if the buyers win, they buy out all the liquidity, all the supply provided by the sellers, and then they protect the support level and push the price higher, and then we can join after the fight is over, and we see the sign of this fight spring with increased volume that closed above the support level. Then we're like, okay, we'll hop on this train for a quick 2 hour. I'm like pacifist. I don't fight, right? I don't participate in fights. I only join the winner against the side of the loser, and I'm terribly sorry, but absolutely uh neglected this guy. Yeah, I charted it all wrong. So it went down here, which does happen to me sometimes. Hold on, let's really see what happened here. It did turn, so it was like this. That happens when I talk too much. It was like this. No, it's a completely different picture, right? It was going high, broke above, confirmed this level, broke, and then tried to protect this level, and then broke down, and then confirmed breaking down. So ever since here, yes. So according to my vision of the market, it's like this now, and it broke up. So that would make it even worse for any kind of. So yeah, it's like, and that's exactly why you don't trade in neutral zone. Sorry, I neglected. I kind of like overlooked this. That was a spring, and then like boom, 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 and it went lower. So yeah, it had a level here. Uh, yeah. So now I like it even less for a short. So it means it reversed here, corrected and confirmed, and it up thrusted this resistance level, the T1 level. So yeah, now it's more like this. So yeah, now I like it even less. And the reason it changes its directionality here all the time, twisting curves. First of all, it was zero 0.5, so it bounced at 0.5, and now it can go higher. But even more so, it's like it's in the middle of nowhere and daily. There is no contextual direction because it's springed. When it's springed it here, the contextual direction, incoming direction is once again depending on how you see it, whether it's expanding balance and then incoming direction is short. It's unidirectional right now, so you should like you can disregard the incoming direction for this purpose. And here, ever since it's springed, the contextual direction was up to this level, but then it broke and closed below. So now we don't really know if contextual direction is long or short. In its neutral zone, that's there's no like dominating power here. We expect dominating power of sellers here and dominating power of buyers here, but in neutral zone, that's why you got to be super careful trading in neutral zone. And that's exactly what it shows to us. It like goes back and forth. It's not bad for confirmation of the long model because it does. You don't want it to change directionality when it corrects to point 0.5, but like a lot of times it does. Like in the very end, it kind of slides, and then in the very end, it like changes directionality to short, and then it attacks, approaches point 0.5 and bounces. And that's what it did here. So yeah, no, bro, I don't like it for like short, like at all. According to my charting, it's in a long impulse right now on hourly. It did protect up thrust, and when it like up thrust the resistance level, the potentiality of this model into point 0.5 of the range, which is already exhausted. So I would only expect it to go um, up to point 0.5 if the model. Gosh, I'm getting tired. Mm, yeah, like this. So it's already exhausted. So the potentiality of this model was up to point 0.5, and from here you would expect it to resume. I would more expect it to resume the long mm, movement tomorrow, motion tomorrow, and break it up. So yeah, no, this stock I don't like it for a short trade at all. Um, Otherwise, I'm trying to pick one equity to stick with and stock it, learn how it moves, and long short it for the first 90 minutes of the day. Like, and yeah, for day trade, it's all right. If I watch too many stocks, I can make little scalps here and there. Yeah, like my setup is quick scan for gappers in the morning of medium floats. Yeah, gaps are good to trade. If I read anything good, I lock in one or two stocks to stock to lurk. Yeah. No, that's valid if you're like day trading on gaps. A lot of people do that. However, oh, it pays dividend. Is it? Oh, I have it. Let's see. A lot of people do gaps. I don't do like inter trades like that much, and I'm like West Coast time, so I don't wake up early in the morning. Um, but yeah, I was only gonna say one thing. For this strategy, it may be valid, but normally, like you have, I'm trained to see certain patterns on the market, even though like I can give a general idea of any stock anywhere, but I'll only trade it at certain moments at certain levels, which I'm trained to. So it's kind of like recognition pattern. So I'm more like browsing stocks in the search of my recognition pattern, and when I have one, I take this opportunity, if it makes sense, which makes me like my strategy. I'm looking over like more stocks in a search for recognizable pattern that checks in with my system of knowledge, and then I take the trade rather than just sitting on one stock and waiting for it. Because I back trade. Back trade is where you really learn, and the only thing I back trade is Bitcoin, USDT perpetual futures. It just kind of, I inherited it from my school I studied in, and that's like literally the only stock that I look. It's not a stock; it's a cryptocurrency, but it's the only financial instrument that I'm looking at continuously and like back trading it for the past several years continuously. But the rest of the stocks I hop on and off. Like I kind of like I have my watch list and I go through it. It's like sorted. And like every day I go through it, my current trades, like hourly watch, daily watches, monthly watches. And whenever like I see like a recognizable pattern with good entry point, I take this trade. So that's how I go. So what is it about Fang you like? It watch too many. If I watch too many, yeah, I can make little scalps here and there. So like what Fang? It's in reaction bar of the resistance level, so it broke it up. I don't like that the spread like is mainly underneath the resistance level. We're waiting for reaction bar. It looks like in a few days it will close above the resistance level, so this level will be officially broken, and then you can put your little 0.5 here and I don't know, like wherever, like the way you see it, like something like this maybe, and that would be the bigger volume, the biggest volume. So we'll put here as a yeah, that does make sense. I think something, yeah, something like this. So that would be a good buy level, but it's yet to happen. Like I think it's breaking because yeah, the level distribution on daily is long. It's good, so that would be a good buy level. It's in point 0.5 right now, but too close to this level. It's kind of getting tight on daily. That's an indicator of like something is going to happen. Some kind of consolidation is happening. So either accumulation or distribution. And in the former case, it will go up. It will continue up, and in the latter, it will reverse and correct at least. On the hourly, it's kind of um, gosh. On the hourly, it's here. Uh, mm, broke below. It's a mess on the hourly. It broke down to correct to point 0.5. It, yeah, it's kind of corrected to point 0.5 here. Uh, it broke above now. So it's still, oh wait. So it's official in the short. It's hard to call it balance. It does satisfy the like official requirements of the balance, but it's like this one is too low. So I'd say it's still in a uh, short impulse, manipulating the resistance level, expanding resistance level of the short impulse. However, this volume suggests that that might be it for correction. You see how we had the correction from here? It's a little bit like, yeah, it's a little bit low. It's a little bit too high, but this volume, it's a good volume to suggest that the correction is over. And like correction is exactly where like stock becomes jerky. It like kind of pulls back and forth. You know, it's kind of it's moody. It's moody. It's on its correction cycle. When it like goes in impulse direction, it's kind of like steady, good directionality. But when it corrects, it kind of jerks back and forth. But that does suggest. So that was a spring test and resumption. So yeah, I don't know. Once again, what's your thoughts on Fang? But I would stay with like it does break. You can say it breaks, so it's kind of looks bullish on monthly. Looks in continuation of the trend, and I like the volume is on jump over creek, not on the reaction bar. So this volume suggests more likely than not it's continuation of the trend, so it can go higher from here. And volume in general, it's a good bullish distribution here. And daily, it's in correction, which I think is over. Uh, this volume is a little bit alarming, but not terribly. We still have like the volume distribution on daily is like mainly long. Um, I would watch how it interacts with the resistance level on daily. If it upthrusts and goes down, then like directional, contextual direction of the model is up to this support. On hourly, though, it looks like it's done correcting. It's a little bit like high for correction, but that might indicate the strength of the market. And hourly distribution is also good. There is nothing that would. There is nothing that would. Everyone knows I have OCD for charting. If I see something on inferior time frame, I'll fix it. So yeah, it's at the resistance level, but if it like upthrust here goes here, I mean, generally speaking, I think it will continue higher. More probably than not, it will continue. I'm just stacking up probabilities. I'm not doing prophecies, but yeah, and it's not a financial advice, of course, too. But yeah, if you don't have a setup to share, that's about all I can say on Fang. I think. How to get arrow mark down setting hotkeys? How do the arrow mark down settings hotkeys? You mean this guy? This one? It's from here. I just have I don't know if you see them or not, but I have this favorite um, drawings panel here. So they all are coming from here. If you put it, if I understand you correctly, if you like star um, drawing to favorites, then you'll have this pop-up chart that you can put anywhere in trading view. I use like I have like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I have like 10 drawing tools, instruments, elements that I use the most. So they're here. Like I don't know if you see that in it or no in stream, but I have like 10 um, favorite um, and the volume's so high. That's the last like volume. Like don't like never mind the last volume of the day. Last you see this last volume of the day, this last volume of the day. They're always like there's something technical happening there. Once again, proprietary traders and a lot of firms they have a requirement not to keep overnights, so they can only do intradays. So they have to close their accounts. People take their profits. Like normally it will be in the direction of the day. You see the whole day people were kind of like making money on this guy pretty much. Not so much in the morning, but whatever was happening here, and it's not indicative. What I've learned for now, I can't interpret them right, but what I've learned for now is that the last hour of the day and last minutes of the day are not indicative, and I even exclude this volume. When I see this volume, I was like, oh yeah, this is 9:30. This is indicative. This is 15:30, the last hour of the day. This is not indicative. This is first hour of the day. This is indicative. This volume is not. So kind of like, especially when I see volumes in my face, I mean, like this volume is not indicative. This is not indicative. This is, I can almost like tell. I mean, this is last hour of the day, but also it's like it has a big spread and the volume like is not like just bigger. It's like way, way, way bigger. So it can be indicative. And by the way, that should come from here. But anywho, that's what I've got for you on Fang. What else? Airbnb. So high volume is a good indicator if it's not the last hour of the day, last day of the month, last hour of the day, last hour of the week, especially. Airbnb does not pay dividends, so I cannot trade it within my rules. I like the company though; they revolutionized the market. I think. It changed directionality, broke above. It's kind of now like safe above the 0.5. So it's getting out of, and it's going to close most likely, more likely than not, it's going to close along in few days. So this will go here. And this is going to be the biggest. I like the volume distribution. I like everything about Airbnb actually. Um, it's a great stock. Um, it's a great stock and potential once again, like it's breaking this resistance level, so its potentiality going to be up to here, up to historical highs. Magic. Looks good. I would consider buying from this correction, but I'm not going to buy because it doesn't pay dividends and I do virtual stop. So if I get stuck in this stock, I want to at least collect dividends, but I want. So that makes this stock unavailable for my trade. So yeah, it looks long on monthly. Um, on daily, though, it looks all right on daily. Um, how did the story ended though? Yeah, it went without us. This story is gone without us. Beep, 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 beep. So it's long. It's in a long impulse right now. It did break above, so yeah, it did break above. So that's what we've got on daily. Volume distribution looks good on daily. So this volume, those are great volumes, and it is not like the biggest volume of the trend. So volume distribution is long on daily. Yeah, the stock looks great. It's in correction right now on daily. And once again, like end of the month, a lot of people will take their profits from the table, and this and that. So I think it's normal. I think this year is exactly the pattern: sell in May and stay away. Yet to be proven wrong. But there's a proverb on financial marketing saying sell in May and stay away. And I think that's the name of the game this year, honestly. Mm, the way market moves ever since the beginning of the year, ever since the end of the last year, makes me think that uh, it will move up till the May. Once again, I don't see that far, and that's like it's such a generalization, so it's not within my system of trading. But I have like a gut feeling that what we're gonna see on the market is um, all green and bullish till May. Then in May it will start being like moody and correcting and this and that and blah blah blah. And then I think we'll see correction starting fall and towards the end of the year. That's, I think, if no black swans. So the problem with this hourly situation is that the level of inferior time frame, the level of superior time frame is in between the levels, got in the way of levels of superior time frame, which means they make no sense no more. You see, even here, it tried to spring, it tried to respect and spring this level. So market sees these levels. That's the beauty of it. It springed and it did a reaction like rally. So after like, there was no volume on spring, but here it went up. Maybe like you could do some money on 5 minutes here. So yeah, I don't know what's your setup on Airbnb, but monthly look bullish. Oh gosh, um, daily is in correction, but overall it looks um, bullish. I think it will correct. It's buyable from here. I would consider buying it from here, from this level. It's just it doesn't pay dividends, so I will not play it. But yeah, these levels make no sense. So now I'll be waiting. There's like two ways. You can either see this as an independent approach and see it like this. So you either look at it like this, just kind of continue sliding down in this correction. I would wait for stock to come to this daily level. But yeah, you can say like I cannot state it's like in a short, but you can see it's a correction now. It's a correction going on, and is it in a? It's like can you say it's a? No, you cannot. You can't call this balance. Yeah, it is a balance here if you start from here. So this level doesn't really exist. The level is really like somewhere here, somewhere here. Yeah, but it's like all gibberish. So like I know that you're like doing days, so probably like you need something to work off. And I don't like it for a day trade because it's kind of a little jerky. I call it geese. It's okay, but like there's signs of low liquidity. It's weird though. Airbnb is a big company. Yeah, 100 millions market cap. Oh, they have like 5% and it closely held, which is not. Don't pay dividends. Yeah, no, guys, you need to pay dividends in order to get me attracted. Well, now reversed. So yeah, I'm a little bit like I'm deviating from my. Oh, if you're drawn by these volumes, just never mind them, Jake. Like maybe it's the biggest takeaway from me to you for today. Like this last minutes and last hour of the market, those. mm, those levels, those volumes are not indicative. But yeah, that's about what I can tell you about this stock. It's the hourly levels. I just put them there because I know that you do day trade. It's really in a balance here. Then try to break this balance. I was in the balance ever since here, right? Yeah, it's in the balance. Boom, boom. Yeah, you can look at it like this. I'd rather watch this stock going to this level because I think what it can do it's in a short correction right now, like bearish correction after there was a strength and there is weakness, except for this level, but not critically. So I'd say more likely than not, it will bounce of this level. New screen. There's like a four metrics on the bottom. On the bottom right, there's like metrics button, like the four kind of like four squares brought together in the square matter. And there's like financial, technicals, and forecasts. I don't know if you can see it on streams or not. Like here, there's like financials, there is technicals, and there is forecasts. Yeah, and I only use financials to see if it pays dividends. I can see it from the chart and this shebang. On the bottom right, next to the icon and the ticker of the stock you're looking at. But yeah, I would say I'd rather expect this stock to come here tomorrow to this resistance level and bounce and go lower. Go lower. Never mind this level. The volume distribution is like still short. Yeah, yeah. This charting is really off. Shows on yours, but not mine. Interesting. That's how you organize. It's really here, and I don't know. Like, do you see the right side of my screen at all? There is this field, and I believe that you can organize your fields if you go to this settings. No, doing the split earnings. No, not that symbol. Status line, canvas trading. Mm, share list. Where did I get it from? How do you organize that section? Oh, yeah. Like if you hear add sections, look, if you click add sections, oh no, it's sections for the list. No, that's not it. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. It's a great question for the support. No, the only indicator I use in my life is the first of all, it's volume, right? Volume is the only indicator. There's price and there's volume, and also price reflects the time because the bars are organized as a time. So no, man, to answer your question, I never use any indicators, and I believe it's distracting. There is nothing that indicator can tell you that the chart cannot. So indicator is just the representation of some laws of under which markets operate, namely law of supply and demand, law of cause and effect, and law of effort and result. That's all you need to know about the market, and it's all been represented in the chart itself. The only indicator I use is volume, and you can put as many indicators because convergence, divergence. What does it tell you? Like you need to understand whenever you use any tool, what is intrinsic value of this, like say 21-day moving average, exponential moving average. What does it tell to you? Like what information does it give to you that chart doesn't? Like what really? Because I understand what volume, price movement, aka price action, like spread and time representation of the chart tell me. I see the strengths, I see the weakness, seeing how price moved under the effect of the volume and in what time. This like three criteria is all I need to know. And then I use zero point 0.5 fib retracement only. Like I don't use all this like 0.61, 0.38, and I see it as a level zone, not a level, because really any line here on the chart is the cloud of market participants' interests. So this support line is not like 164.96. It's anywhere around. That's exactly why I need superior time frame to see how the price interacts with the level of interest, with the cloud of interest. So to see where exactly buyers are hiding here. So yeah, no, bro. I don't use any indicators. I used to, and like you just turn your chart into the freaking Christmas tree, a freaking Burning Man. And I always joke like the only thing you need on the top of that is just to make it all blink, and flash, and then you can have a party and kill the lights and kind of have the party. But but yeah, no, I don't use those at all. Oh, Jake, I want to check out because I'm like super priced due to stop. Hold on, where were we? Was it the CGC? Uh, yeah, you see, it broke. It went here, tried to up thrust, and now it broke above. And now it broke above. So as I've said, this volume was an indicator of correction being over, and you see the main direction resumed, and you see volume start coming in. So yeah, I think this more likely than not, this guy is gonna break up higher tomorrow and go. And you were on this trade long, right? Did you close in profit? Because now it's getting tight now. We'll see. I think there's gonna be like some movement tomorrow. So this is how it is right now. So if it like up thrust tomorrow, that's gonna be valid level. But if it will break above and close above, the reaction bar will close above this resistance. It's one bar rule, and then we'll just keep it like this. But for now, oops, for now that's how we'll see it. Um, yeah, Jake. Yeah, I'm here like several times a day on streaming. Unfortunately, TradingView freaking canceling. They're discontinuing the streaming service, so I'm restreaming to YouTube and Twitch, and my YouTube handle is in my profile. Unfortunately, April 7th, effective TradingView pushes us to stream on YouTube. I'll try to learn to record this. Like I do my ideas here, my current trades, all the trades I take, I put into ideas, and I'll train myself to record video ideas. But I really or like speak your mind things, but I really like streaming because it's kind of doesn't distract me. I do my thing and like I share it with the world. But yeah, bro. Thank you for being here. You're right. I had RCI but just look. Yeah. Got in at 165 on the 165. Where? Oh, you mean on the Airbnb or what do you mean 65? Like WAP, like I can show you right away. Say like this bar, we have a significant bar at 9:30 today, and we want to see the volume profile of this bar. I just go to inferior time frame. That's like what a lot of people do not get. They don't understand the like power of the, and this is untested volume. This is not the best indicative example because like most of the, oops, I'm sorry. Um, they just look cool, all these indicators, and they make you like stay with software, be more loyal to software, and pay more money for your subscriptions. But they really just, it's like casino, they're really to keep you there. They don't like here's the volume profile of this 9:30, and I can go in temporality for like in between day and months. I can do it everywhere, all across the board. I can go on this volume on 14 February, sink down. What are you thinking about? Oh, hey, Casey, bro, you got me in the door. I gotta go. We've been vibing here with Jake for like I don't know how many, and that's like I just came in for like 5 minutes, and I stayed for a couple hours as always. But yeah, Jake, you take this level on February 14th, and Casey, if you have a setup, like just show me one. Okay, I'll honor you. You're like you're always around. I appreciate it, but I really got to run. But if you have a setup, just show it to me and let me take a look at it. Um, but yeah, if I want to see the profile on the February 14th, I'll just go to the day, and I'll just see, like, let's do it 14th of February. Let's go an hour, go to 14th of February. That's all you need to know. And when you do it with your hand and your head, you understand the underlying principle of it, which is crucial. So yeah, this entire, like if I want to be narrower, I can just take the spread. And that's the volume profile. That's the entire, I can do different colors like VWAP indicator does. I can make it blue and this is green. So like wider profile, lower profile. But and the problem is if you really don't know what you're doing and you're using indicator and you don't understand the underlying principle, you're just misleading yourself because you are like believing in this indicator as if it's like some sacred now or something. You don't understand. Here's your volume profile for the entire month of for the entire day of February, and you see it went into this. Here's your WAP. It just went in there and ping ponged. Just went to this volume level. Phew. Yeah, Casey. I think like I'll ask you to catch me next time because like my tongue is not moving no more, and I need to go start my day. Finally, I was vibing since morning. But you can also, if you want me to take a look at things, you can also like write me public or private messages, mention me, whatever, and like when I stream next time, I'll be glad to take a look to start my streams with taking a look at your stocks. You know what I mean? Just give me one for now. Let's take a look at one. But if I'm not there, if I'm not streaming, especially with this new thing, I'll have to move to. I won't be able to stream on. Not none of us will be able to stream on TradingView no more. You know what I mean? So like you can always like direct message me or public message me your stocks, or even email me your stocks, your setups, and next time I'm streaming, I'll make sure to take a look at them, and you can always watch them in recordings. So that's also an option. um but yeah, guys, please let me go for now. I feel like I'm drained. I didn't have any breakfast yet, and it's almost 2 p.m. in Los Angeles. But yeah, guys, you be profitable, and I see you soon. All right. um Trade responsibly.